Hello, everyone. We are here with the Spyro Speedruns cast, the first edition of the brand new podcast here for the Spyro Speedruns Cup. I'm Connor David. I am joined by our co-host CrystalFissure and Brandon Black. How are you guys today?
Yeah, good man. How are you?
Good. Delighted with the new tournament starting up again. So, as we all know, the Spyro Speedruns Cup has returned after a 2-year absence.
Yes.
It was last hosted back in 2019, back in April, but this time it's back 2 years later. But now in February, which is now the earliest start for one of these tournaments. And I want to ask CrystalFissure first and foremost, what inspired to do the Spyro Speedruns Cup this time around instead of doing another ISGP?
Well, that is a great question, and I'm really glad that we've got to actually use this podcast as a bit of a, maybe a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look at, ISGP and some of the decisions that have been made. And, we wanted to do a Spyro Speedruns Cup because, as Angus had actually said in the sort of the rules sort of announcement, general information video, we wanted to right a wrong. And we believed that the original Spyro Speedruns concept, in theory, it's fantastic. This single elimination, it's very, the community is not really used to that kind of thing, the sort of the no second chances, if you will. But the problem with that is that what ends up happening a lot of the time, and we are, as hosts, we were to blame for this, our own absences included here, you can get held up and all of a sudden rounds can be delayed by weeks because you're waiting for one single match to be done, in order to move to the next round. We also had a complete, it was a predetermined bracket, which means that, some people were just getting absolutely screwed over, almost no incentive to win because there was no randomization at all. And of course, the other major reason, you have 32 people, you have 16 first matches, which is great. But then all of a sudden you go down to 8, and then 4, and then 2, and then 1, of course, the grand final. And it would be over so quickly. And as well, if you guys remember, you may remember that, we had characters, people like Charm Sky and such, and Skater that only got to do 1-2 races, and so they never really got the opportunity to, I guess, get over, and integrate with the community. So we decided, let's do a Spyro Speedruns Cup. Let's keep ISGP to maybe a once every 2 years event, and instead transform the Spyro Speedruns Cup to make it feel more like a major ISGP tournament, but not quite as big. So I hope that it kind of explains it. We can keep talking about it later, but yes.
I definitely think that even though the Spyro Speedruns Cup did have its low points, there was definitely some great races in that.
Absolutely.
For example, I remember thinking for CrystalFissure versus Medic's Caliber, that was a great race to be in, commentary wise, speedrunner wise. I think also what nearly helped that race as well, because it was one of those races that it was close, but it wasn't maybe in terms of outstanding speedrunning. It wasn't best, but I think that really helped it. It really helped the closeness of it, because it was I think I joined the call late, I believe, that time, but yeah. I think when I joined the call, Medic's Caliber was ahead, and then all of a sudden Fissure was ahead, and I think that really was great to watch. We also had some great races. Toto and Wally had a great race. I really enjoyed that one as well. Luke and Vitus was very good as well. Vitus was actually, I think Vitus was actually just a success story of the tournament, because he actually came from nowhere.
He was. He was the host fucking eliminator. He beat me, he beat Angus. And it was those matches that were, delayed it. This is the thing, right? The announcement and sign up went up on the 25th of March, 2019. The finale went up on the 2nd of January. So that went almost a year. And there was just so much inactivity and so much, quite frankly, it was such a waste of time. And not the tournament. The tournament was, I thought that the actual, as you said, the races were great, but it was such a shame that we didn't do anything else with it in that year. And that's why we wanted to make 2020 the best year ever, if only for the reason that it gave us the debut of Brandon Black. Am I right?
You are right.
Sorry, I wasn't listening because none of you were talking about me whatsoever. But I heard my name, so obviously the conversation's become important, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Undoubtedly.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, Connor, it was, as you said, there were some great races. Definitely, like, I do not have any issue with the Spyro Speedruns Cup from a race perspective, and these new characters that we got to see that came up and ingratiated themselves in their limited amount of time. But I feel like because of some of realistically us as hosts maybe not being as proactive as we could have, it kind of meant that we didn't capitalize on that year. This time, having 6 groups of 6, which I'm sure you're going to go into in a minute, that allows 90 races in the qualifying round. I just thought if you didn't have that stat, 90 races will be done in the qualifying round.
So yeah, definitely like having a group stage as well, which means that even if you do not qualify, you still can come away saying, okay, I got these 5 races out of it, and
that's right.
Yeah, 5 races out of 6. So yeah, we're going to move on to the groups now. I'm just going to get them up on my screen. I'm going to go to the announcements page in the lovely ISGP server.
Yes,
so going through.
See my cool graphics I made there.
Fabulous, CrystalFissure. You do design as a job? I mean,
well, I do web design, but I dabble in a little bit of graphic design. But yeah, no, very happy with how that's turned out. We kind of, I mean, another thing about the original Spyro Speedruns Cup, the logo was extremely lame. Angus did an awful job with that. He knows I joke about it. It's just like this kind of very basic sort of paint like logo, and then I did this like sort of logo as well, which wasn't very good. This year we really wanted to differentiate the backgrounds and the concept from ISGP, because we really want it to feel separate. Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. So yeah, the first group we are going to go through is group Suki. I'm going to need Andrew Conley's help pronouncing these names after these New Japan Pro wrestlers.
Yes, the Pro Wrestling Noah. Yeah, I will help you out. So the first group is Sugiura. Yep. So with Japanese, this is a good lesson for you guys as well. Basically, like it's like split into equal like syllable words. So it's not like how like there's like stress-based languages where you drag out a word like that, but in Japanese you just cut it, so it's like Sugiura. So that's it. Yeah, I'm being a pretentious Japanese teacher right now.
So in Group Sukira, we have Daniel Davison, Amelia Kuchel, Lucas Bolton, Bobbledink, Dr. Crusher, and Vitus. Big welcome to the newcomers in this group,
yes.
Bobbledink and Dr. Crusher. And
I hate to be that guy, but you've mispronounced it. It's Boobledink.
Yes, Angus misspelled it in the server as Boobledink, and Bobbledink, aka Rodri, he was like, someone's, I think he said, is like, please make sure you do not have that in the video, otherwise that'd be a disaster.
It's like the whole a gork, a goog thing from last year.
Oh god, disgraceful.
Criminal. Oh, Vanga. Oh, yeah. So yeah, big welcome to those two people. Interesting fact about Dr. Crusher. This is the real life friend, guys, of Lucas Bolton.
Yes. Blow skill.
Yeah. Now I think before we start going into the groups, I just want to say I think also the boys have done a great job in balancing out the groups in terms of speedrunning ability and entertainment value.
Yes. Yeah. Of course, and one thing as well, which is I think fair to acknowledge, a lot of people assume it just kind of we just sort of pick the groups at random, because obviously we don't do the more traditional random draw look or seeding, because seeding disgusts us, and so we kind of we want to
do seeding.
No seeding, ugh, repulsive. But the thing is that we have our own ranking system, both from the tournaments, how you went in your tournaments, whether you're a newbie, how long you've been around. So if you pay attention to every Spyro speedrunning tournament, you'll see that there is actually quite literally almost a perfect balance between groups. There's always going to be one group that's going to be harder. You're going to see people improve, but if you actually look at these groups, they're very, very well balanced, and I will happily explain how as we continue, listing out the groups.
So yeah, I just want to say, I think the people in this group, I think it's still difficult enough to pick a top 4. Like, I think there's probably, if you're going on like last tournament, I think you're probably looking at Dan Davidson to make the top 2, and maybe Vitus then, and then you could be
It's a strange
seeing
way to pronounce Brandon Black.
You're
Black's going to come first in all the groups, even the ones I'm not in.
Wow.
Oh.
You sound like a Wall Street trader that's gamed the system.
Absolutely. I'm just going to limit how many of these competitors can actually enter.
Oh, okay. That's very dirty of you, mate.
Yeah, expect dirtiness. So yeah, I think it's hard one to call the next two, because we don't know Dr. Crusher's skill, we don't know Rodney's skill. Amelia, I know she didn't do great in the last tournament, but she did actually pull off a good win against MTV.
Yeah, true.
In the group stage,
and she's a tag champion, so she definitely improved over the last year. That's for sure.
Yeah, and she likes to punch squirrels, and she may punch some good results here. So
I think so.
Fuck those squirrels.
Punching those deadly premonition squirrels. That is the reference. And yeah, I'm thinking if you're going with the safe bet, I think all of the people obviously that were in ISGP2, so Dan, Amelia, Lucas, and Vitus, that would be your safe bet. But we do not know, and this is the sort of where the randomness comes from. This is how these groups are picked. We do not know the skill of Dr. Crusher. We do not know the skill of Rodri. Rodri could be, especially because we have seen Rodri in the server, he is probably slightly more familiar with the speedrunning scene than Crusher is. So, all I can really say is just best of luck to that group. It's going to be an interesting battle. But I think that, the absolute guarantees that we'll get in, I'd say it is almost a guarantee that, we'll see Daniel Davidson and I reckon Vitus, in the top, in the top 3. I'll say top 3, not top 2, top 3. I think we'll definitely see both of them there.
Yeah. As well as that, I was sorry to say on Lucas Bolton. I know Lucas has improved dramatically as well.
Absolutely,
so I would definitely
and that's why I didn't say top 2, because I think that there's a chance that he ends up sneaking a top 2 position as well. So it just depends on how he goes. There's so many variables: nervousness, just luck, timing, rooting. It's a lot of there's a lot to go into these speedruns, and you can be a fantastic racer and choke.
You could, you could literally be you could have an MTB where you have 6 in the spin, and then you lose 1, and then you're on the back foot. Then
that's right.
For the rest of the round.
Yes.
So we're gonna go on to group Kiyomiya or whatever.
So that is Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya.
We have group Kiyomiya. We have Charity Royale, Alice Clark, Stefasky 27, Emily Dixon, Wally 1, the returning champion of ISGP 1 and the original Spyro Speedruns Cup back in 2019.
Yes.
And Smudgy. Big welcome to our newcomers here, Emily Dixon and Smudgy.
That's right. Yeah. Again, similar sort of principle where we have, these established, I'd say, very good racers. Obviously, we have Wally, who is, I think, definitively the best Spyro speedrunner we've ever had in this tournament. Then we have someone that's sort of proven themselves, such as Charity so far has improved and proven themselves in sort of exhibition runs and stuff like that. Alice, who has of course improved as well. And then we have Steph Haskey, who is also, that's the thing, Steph Haskey as well, definitely would not consider herself a massive Spyro speedrunner, is in it to have fun, and have fun she certainly does. So it's it's fantastic to have her back. But you know what? Depending on how Smudgy and Emily Dixon goes, we could see Steph Haskey go through. You just don't know.
Exactly. I'm gonna say this now. Emily's a good friend of mine. and Lucas's and Luke and Marcus's and Lucas's, but I honestly have no idea what her skill level is in Spyro. I know she's okay at Reignited, but this is not Reignited though. But
right.
So I'm not sure exactly where how she'll do. Like, you know, I think all I can say is just watch her races, and that's how we'll find out pretty quickly how she's going. I think Wally is definitely getting top spot. I think that's literally probably the safest bet for top spot for every group of round one. And then it'll be very interesting to see who gets the next 3 spots, because, you know, Alice can have her inconsistency, but when she's on her day, she is very good, competent.
Yeah.
You know, Charity, I know, likes to put a good deal of effort into it. But yeah, it's hard. This is probably I think this is a hard group to call, because you can get safe bets. You know why he's getting through, but then the next 3 spots, then you're looking at them going, it's hard to know, because I don't know.
The unknown. Yeah, so Smudgy's not really a Spyro speedrunner, but they have demonstrated an ability to pick up, you know, speedrunning in other games outside of Spyro. So I think that we could see a pretty decent debut for Smudgy. Obviously, I think realistically, you know, Steph, Emily, and Smudgy would be aiming for 2 wins. I think would be their what they'd be looking for. Hopefully, you know, beating each other, sort of thing. And then if any of them can take off someone like a Charity or an Alice, that'd be very impressive.
Absolutely, yeah. I think I would be surprised if this was one of those groups that actually a triple threat has to decide for the fourth for people.
Yeah, I think so. I reckon for 4th place. That's my personal prediction there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, could this be the year Alice Clark finally makes round 2?
Yeah. I'd say this is a great shot.
Whoa, Brandon said no.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Alice.
Hey, Brandon Black doesn't apologize. Unapologize right now, young man. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Death Triangle.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, honorary member. So Shiozaki is the 3rd group, I guess.
Yep, Shiozaki. That features Desert Monkey JK, CrystalFissure, Brandon Black, myself, Connor David, or as MrGamesendy has down here, Noel McDavid returning after a 2-year absence, and G4 Video 5 returning after a 3-year absence.
Yeah, we have this is the and I'm Noel is, of course, the fantastic feminine influence, but this is the most Chad manly group on the planet. This is where the big boys play. All right, and I'm not talking about me, Brandon Black, and MrGamesendy. I'm talking about Dessert Monkey. I'm talking about G4. Some serious Chad energy. Some absolute muscle boys up in here.
You gotta be able to handle the sesh.
Oh, it's a sesh. You know, beers with the boys, brewskis. And then Noelle, of course, to come and balance that out, and fantastic woman. And yeah, this is if I do say so myself, I know we're biased, we're Shiozaki gang right here. I think this is the best group, personally. I think this is the best group.
I'm loving this group. Whenever I saw this group, I was like, thank you, legends. Thank you very much.
I am very excited to be a part of it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to start racing.
I mean,
it's just gone right for sure.
Some of the races that we get, you know, of course, myself and Brandon Black, who have raced in, you know, we did a great race in Super Gex League. Really, they're close. You know, that's such an epic race. We have myself versus Dessert Monkey for the first time. I think it's the first time we're playing Spyro. Danta, is he here?
I am here.
We are just discussing our group, DantaFanta.
Yeah, we're talking about Shiozaki. You are live, pal. So we're gonna throw you straight into the
oh damn
into the wolves, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like, so I think I have versed Dessert Monkey in another tournament like But I reckon it's like a World Cup speedruns or an old school. I can't remember. I literally cannot remember. But it was such a long time ago. But this will be like the first proper time we've ever raced, Spyro, especially in ISGP. This is the first time I've ever raced someone like G4. This is the first time I've ever raced you, Connor, in Spyro, I believe, ever.
Yeah.
You have a crosstown boys fucking grudge match
Battle
between
off.
you boys. Like,
Crossover
holy
boys.
shit. You've got Noel versus you, Connor, longtime friends.
Oh yeah, that is a rematch. Yes, from also the Tag League 2. Yes, and Fabulous Friends too.
Yes, that's right, the Tag League. Yeah. Something like a Brandon Black versus G4. Brandon Black versus Dessert Monkey. You versus MrGamesendy versus G4. Like, there's so many like first time matches here that it's surprising that it's taken this long to actually get some of them. Like some of them are years in the making.
Exactly. Like me and Fissure, for example, like 10 years this year we'll know each other, and it's the first time we're racing Spyro together. Like, and that is just crazy.
Yeah,
crazy, man. And like Desert Monkey, for example, this is our third time to race as well. Actually, raced last tournament, raced way back in the original Disney tournament, and now we're racing once again. It's like it's funny how you go from like never racing people like once, and now you're racing them like twice, now 3 times. Then, like G4 first time ISGP, can't wait. And then Brandon Black, crosstown boys, hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello there.
We're 1 million boys. They're not even boys.
We them boys, holla, we them boys.
Boys.
This group should really be fun. Like,
Yeah.
I think the only person in the entire group that I've raced before is Connor. At least in Spyro, like.
Yeah, in Spyro. Yeah, me and you raced in Gex, but
in Gex, which was a hell of a lot of fun. I still believe I was robbed, but you know
you
what?
Probably were robbed.
It's all right. It's a formality. I'll get you back.
Look, exactly. Like Spyro is the perfect game back. Sorry, go on.
Like, I'm really excited to race Dessert Monkey. Noah McDavid, though, I will admit, she is my most anticipated race. I've never been in a call with her, even. I've never raced her, never been in a call with her, whether it's in ISGP or Redacted Dash.
That's right.
I've never even spoken to her, so it should be a lot of fun. Should be interesting.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
and
I get my sweet revenge. I mean, she beat me. I beat her in ISGP 1. She beat me in the Tag League 2018 Grand Final, and so I'm going for my revenge to get the lead back on, on her, because we're 1-1. So
what you're telling me is that you beat her 1-on-1, and in order to beat you, she needed help.
That's right. Thank you for the support, brother. But yeah, that's
it's
true,
coming out,
Noel.
boys.
That's true, Noel. He's not wrong.
See, Noel, usually when you go 1-on-1 with another speedrunner, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But CrystalFissure's not normal, and he's a genetic freak.
So the best thing is chances you've got is about a 33.3% chance of beating me. Thank you, Scott Steiner.
Look at the numbers. They don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
That's
the
right.
SSC.
Whoa. Guys,
Damn.
this meant to be a peaceful podcast. Come on.
I know. We said peaceful,
Why'd you
but
invite me?
we
Too many
can't.
call-outs.
I know. Nah, but Noelle's gonna be. She's been back with a force. Yeah, no more Wally.
Yeah.
It's time for results. I think she's gonna do well. And
exactly.
I have 0 predictions on who will get in the top 4. I literally have 0 clue who will get through.
My only thing I will say on this group is that if you're kind of going to put maybe the smart money, and you're going on standings to get through from last tournament, you probably would go for me and Fissure, based because Fissure made a semi-final. I got beat. I didn't even lose my semi-final. It was a tiebreaker that knocked me out. I just want to point that out there.
I made it to the
classic
League.
Tiebreaker that got rid of me, not even the loss.
Yeah, I didn't make the. I got eliminated from round 2, Group Naito, but I did beat. Was it Medi in the Classic League round 1 before dropping to that Seethe Harbour guy that's in the call right now.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. So the loss didn't happen? Nice. Damn, that's awesome.
Right, so there you have it. It's gonna be like be a picture that no, like I don't know. I think I'd only say that because it's you'd just be going on last turn. But yeah,
I'd replace my name and replace it probably with Dessert because he finished 8-0 in his group in Group D. So I think it's safe to say he'll probably make it through.
The hardest thing about racing Desert Monkey JK is that because if you look at round 2, for example,
you dropped all 3, yeah.
Yeah, you dropped the ball, so it's kind of like you don't kind of know what you're going to expect, which makes him a very hard opponent.
But he did have someone he did have Charm Sky. He had Toto, was it? I'm pretty sure he had Toto.
Yeah, Toto. He had Toto, Medic's Caliber, Charm Sky.
Yeah, I mean, Medi is not, by his own admission, is not like a, sort of a serious speedrunner, but Charmed and...
But he's not that bad either.
No, he's good. He's very good. But, in terms of leagues, Toto and Charm Sky are like in a league above. So I think that, it's fair to say, everyone sort of says... Oh, he did so well in round 2, but then he lost all of them. Yeah, but to be honest, he had a pretty tough group, in round 2. So, Group Okada.
Like as well as that, and even going to my match with him, if you look, I think that if you look at I think someone commented saying if you look at the last, I think was like 8 minutes, was it? I think I scored 8 orbs and he only scored 2. So
yeah.
and that was the crucial thing in the moment. Like, and if Desert Monkey had won that race, and then I think everyone would have just forgotten those 3 losses as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So so you don't kind of know, that's the thing. It's like he's one of those people that you look and go he's playing someone who can be inconsistent is actually nearly harder to race because with some people you kind of know exactly what you're getting, but then
that's right.
With people who can be inconsistent, you're kind of sitting there going, okay, are they going to be good today? Are they going to be are they going to not have their best run? It's hard to predict, but yeah, I'm just going to say Fissure and Desert Monkey could be the safe bets, but there's no guarantee. We could easily finish, 6th, 5th,
yeah,
and be struggling. We're not guaranteed. Just because we did well last tournament does not guarantee anything this time around. But yeah, so next group, Marufuji, is that it? Yeah.
Marufuji, yep.
Yeah, Sky in 1, boys. Boom. We have the fabulous MGB, the fabulous Intelligence 64, the fabulous James Jones, the fabulous DantaFanta, the fabulous Mayo Doctor, welcome back to him, and the fabulous Morgan.
That's right. Yes, he's actually, we put Mayo Doctor in the server, but I think he's actually going by Manai Doctor in the tournament now, so that's cool. That's his old username. Mayo Doctor's a bit of a meme name. But yeah, this is Mew Mew fan said this was the hardest group, and it's hard to disagree because someone like Morgan, who is a newcomer, Morgan has a lot of skill. We just don't know. It's just not proven yet in a speed run, in a Spyro speedrunning live environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's exciting stuff.
There's a difference between doing it by yourself and then doing it live.
It's like the Cody Dirksen sort of thing. Cody Dirksen sort of thing. It's like, yeah, if you can kind of sit there by yourself. Same with like a Laura and an any percent, that kind of thing. It's different. Doing an any percent speedrun sort of thing is different to racing in obscure goals. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing that. Dancer, what do you think? What do you think about this group being in it?
Well, I think there are going to be some very interesting races here. I'll be having an epic rematch against Marcus from ISGP.
Yep.
Of course, be racing that scum from Death Triangle, Nintendo Gen.
Whoa! The shot's being fired.
That's going to be an interesting race that I legally cannot lose.
Yep, that's right. For shame, basically.
I finally get to race the legend himself, James Jones.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, everyone is.
I wonder will James apologize if he beats anyone?
I hope he does.
Yeah. I'm hoping James Jones beats Angus.
Yeah.
Angus, I'm really sorry.
Considering they're both in Death Triangle, I legally can't be upset if James Jones wins. Even though Angus is my tag partner, like in our Golden Lovers duo. If James Jones wins against Angus, that'd be fantastic. I would absolutely love to see James Jones get a win. And you know what? I think with the right amount of bit of guidance to him, helping him out a little bit, I actually think he can score a win. Over who? I guess we're going to have to find out.
And just watch him sweep the whole group.
Yeah.
James Jones finishes first. Boom.
I wouldn't even be mad.
Nah, I wouldn't be mad. No.
Like, oh, well done, James. Fair play to you.
The person that gets fifth would be like, yeah, I'll cop it. I'll take it. Who the guy gets out. Like, yeah, nah, fair enough.
Yeah. Brandon, can James Jones finish top of the group?
Who gives a fuck? Like, James Jones is not Brandon Black, so like, seriously, who cares?
Whoa.
He is
Brandon
not
Black
the
takes
alpha.
But
It's true, he's not the alpha, but he is a musician and he's a talented one at that. Although he couldn't.
Oh well, then sing me a song, Piano Man.
I hope he does.
Well, yeah, I
feel
think
like
there's.
now we need to see an epic race between James Jones and Brandon Black.
Yeah, well, round two.
Can it be a karaoke speedrun?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Spyro karaoke speedrun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So Brandon's going to sing the Beastmakers theme, and then James is going to sing the
It's a relay.
Nasty Gnorc theme.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So yeah, one thing I noticed in these group as well. There's a lot of rematches here. So we got MTB rematching Angus, and then MTB rematching Danta. And I think it's gonna be a hard one. Someone good's gonna get knocked out here, and I don't know. I think question marks can Marcus recreate the form from last year? Like, can he finally win in Spyro Free? I don't know.
True.
He can't seem to win Spyro Free at all, Marcus, unfortunately. Can Angus get back to his Group A days and top it again?
Yeah.
No. Can DantaFanta get to another? Can recreate form that got to that classic league final?
Yeah.
Probably not.
How's Morgan? And my doctor, how much of Spyro does he know from years gone by? So
Yes.
this is a really hard group to call.
Yeah. How much is he?
Definitely.
What's his level of what's his memory with Spyro? Like, I know he still plays it and stuff like that, but in a speed running environment, that's going to be the real question.
I can just hear a dog in the background.
Louis
Sorry.
going mental?
Louis says, I agree, that group is tough.
Yeah, he's very passionate
It is a
about
tough group, I think.
Marufuji. It is very tough. It objectively is very tough. And if we're ranking it, I think it's in the top 3 of the most tough groups.
Also, fun fact about Marufuji, it's pretty much filled with winners of Spyro Kingdom.
Oh, that's
Wow,
true.
how
Very good.
fun. You've made my day.
Including Mayo Doctor, who's the real winner of the tag team match, because
Yeah,
he
but
had
is he real mayonnaise or is he that fucking carb-free shit?
that is the real question. Yes, he'll have to prove himself.
Yeah. So let's try and make a few predictions. I'm gonna go Angus to qualify, MTB to qualify because I know he'll try. I'll back my boy Danta, and then it's between for me, my doctor and Morgan for the last spot.
Hey, fuck you. You know what? Fuck the Crosstown boys. I'm coming for you, you piece of shit.
No!
I'm gonna come to your house with a fucking vacuum and I'm gonna teabag the shit out of you.
We actually call it a Hoover over here, just saying.
Got him.
Got him.
Ooh,
We
you
got him,
Hoover. I'm gonna
guys.
Hoover your fucking ass up in a minute.
So, CrystalFissure, do you want to make a prediction?
I'm thinking that it's going to be the battle for the 4th place spot is probably going to be, I'm going to go with Mayo or Morgan, but it just depends. It really depends. I can't predict because I'm not saying that I think that they're 4th place material. It's that I know a lot about Marcus, Danta, and Nintendo Gen, and it's hard to bet against them given how they've gone in the past. Whereas, Morgan and Mayo are the more unknowns. But yeah, like those guys, either of them could actually end up topping the group, and then it's like, okay, well, I was wrong about that. So I could easily see these predictions being, comically wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I think ISGP2 made they made idiots out of the predictions. I think so many predictions went wrong.
That's right.
Let's move on to the second to last group. We have Fujita, I believe that's how you say it. So we have Gentle Oatswart, aka Garion. Big welcome to him. We have Tuni SA. Tuni SA, Liam TBH, Cyrides, Laura, and a big welcome back to Xcal, one of the fabulous figures from the original ISGP one.
Yes, this guy has been away from the community for about almost 3 years and is now finally back. Fun fact, he has one of the most watched videos in ISGP history after the highlights. It literally goes like highlights 1, highlights 2, highlights 1, and then I believe, not in viewership, but total watched minutes, Desert Monkey versus Xcal, which if you guys remember, we were going to print shirts that said, I survived Desert Monkey versus Xcal.
Is that the one where you have to unlock chests?
I think it was like a race, wasn't? I think it was like a race to 20 orbs or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Link will be in description.
Yeah. It was fantastic. Like Xcal, fantastic. Since the last time we've seen him, literally since the last time we've seen him, he has now him and his partner the partner has given birth to a lovely girl who's now, I believe, like 1 year old. So that's amazing, absolutely amazing that he's now a father. I
believe he could be our first speedrunner dad.
I think so.
Congratulations, one of us got laid.
That's right, exactly. One of us got laid. Just the one. Congrats to him. But yeah, no, fantastic stuff. Absolutely love Xcal. I'm glad to have him back. In terms of whether I think he will make it to the next round, he's in for some tough races. Tuni I think he's very good. I think he is very good. His motivation leaves a little bit to be desired because he's so busy with GRA. So, he's the type of guy where he won't put he reminds me a bit of me in that, although he's better than me, I think, in that he doesn't put a heap of practice in, but he's got a lot of natural ability. I don't really have the natural ability, but I don't practice.
I remember actually he said in the round 2 of our group, Naito group, I've only practiced for your rate, and I was kind of complimenting him, like, for fuck's sake, Tootie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's that kind of guy that, like, he's one of those guys that he won't practice, but he just has natural ability, so like that carries him through. Yeah,
so Xcal versus Desert Monkey, by the way, the video went for 1 hour 35. I believe we didn't have a time limit at this point, and it was a race to 20 orbs, and each enemy killed has a 10-second penalty deal time. So yeah.
God.
We also had Liam, Cyrides, and Laura, and Gentle, of course. So that Laura, fantastic at Spyro 1. Not, by her own admission, not as good at 2 and 3. So I feel like if you can get her in a...
I forgot to mention Laura, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I think you did. But she's she's beatable in the other games. I think she's quite literally unbeatable in Spyro 1 though. So
yeah, Laura is one of those people I'm looking at going, I'm really looking forward to seeing her. Like, can she strike a balance between the other games along with Spyro 1? Yeah. Because I just kind of felt that was her downfall in the original tournament, that because we saw so much of her in Spyro 1, that it kind of did hold her back in the other 2 games. Like, and right. I think, you're going to get through in these tournaments. I think you need to kind of it's okay to have weaker games, but you definitely need to kind of strike a balance between, like, your main game and the other games, because I feel like even then people will like catch on to that. They'll know themselves, okay, this person's good Spyro 1, just veto that. And I'm looking forward to seeing Laura, like, can she strike that balance between Spyro 1 and the other games?
Yeah, that's right. No, and Liam is, excited to be back. I joke because actually it took a bit of convincing, and then as soon as he joined, he's like, "Yeah, I'm really glad to be back." And it's he's the man. Again, predictions for this would be Liam, Laura, Tooney, and Gentle. Cyrides is a tough one because, again, motivation is key for him. I think he is capable of being a very good speedrunner, but I think that, again, like myself, he doesn't really want to put in the time, and he's just here to have fun, and he's a great guy to have around. So I'm really happy to have Cy back. But I reckon that, well, you know what, put it this way, I'm really looking forward to Cy versus XCal. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I just am. That could be...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Cy and Laura as well. A rematch from last tournament, sorry, for sure.
Yeah, well, Cy and Laura would be great, actually.
So yeah, Cy as well, motivation. I remember even quote from one of his wins. Did you practice Cy for this? Yes.
Actually, you know what? I stand corrected, actually. Hopefully he hasn't clicked off if he's listening. But he actually did say in the group chat, when we all announced the groups before in the server, that he actually wants to practice a bit. So let's, my prediction is he doesn't make it, but as I've always said with these predictions, I'm not putting like stock analysis tier analysis in it, I'm pretty much just off the top of my head saying this. I think that realistically anyone from any group can make it into the top 4, I think.
Yeah, so, absolutely. There's no guarantee. Like Tooney, you would think would go. Tooney could easily come first, but easily come last at the same time.
You know what? I'm hoping for an XCal upset against Tooney.
Yeah, I think, and also Liam as well. Liam, it's kind of like a desert monkey. You don't know kind of what to expect from him. Like, he can have really good races, but then have really terrible races as well. The James Jones one. James Jones one,
which was more James Jones being good than him being bad. I mean, I don't have to say that people did bad. I genuinely think that one of the things about that
wasn't
run,
his best run.
No, it was definitely not. It was one of Liam's worst runs. He would admit that, but it was also the fact that James Jones actually did well. So
I think we need to say as well, full props to James Jones in that race.
Legend, absolute legend.
Very competent. It was very competent performance. That win, James, was as good as any win Fisher got in the tournament.
Oh, better than anything I got. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and he won against someone who was decent as well. That's the thing.
That's true. And then Liam ended up improving in Spyro 3 as well. We've got one of the best races in ISGP history with Liam versus Dan. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, and a quote from Liam: "I like Spyro 3 now, and more when he got the other game." Danta, how do you see? Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, Danta. Yeah.
I was going to ask Danta how he sees the group going.
I can see the group going in many directions, but my current prediction for who would be the top 4 would likely be, in no particular order, Tooney, Laura, Liam, and Garion.
Yeah.
But we don't know what XCal's skill level is at this point in time, so maybe he could surprise us.
XCal could have been he could have been training. The reason why he's been gone for so long, he's just been playing every day, getting better and better and better. It's funny because
he holds all of the world records.
Well, it's funny because another guy that the thing is, just a quick thing on how we got XCal back. I was literally going through the entrance of people entering the server. We were in a call on the Discord server, and we were just going through people first entering the server, and it was oh, there's XCal, there's and I'm oh, XCal, I miss XCal or whatever. What a legend. And then he replied to the ping. He's oh, hey guys, and then he posted the picture, the Photoshop of a nude XCal from the the highlights and stuff, and everyone popped, and he's I'm a dad now, and everyone, I'm holy fuck, and I'm okay, XCal, you should, we're about to do a tournament, you should join it. And then he was the first guy to sign up. So,
nice.
but the thing is, I want to just quickly say is that I associate XCal with Knight NC, Knights Never Cry, Adriano, who's another guy that hasn't been seen for years. Now, the difference is, XCal has been doing a lot of live streaming over the years. Adriano got extremely good at the Reignited trilogy, and I believe holds a top 3 position in Spyro 2, I'm pretty sure, in one of the categories.
Wow.
So he's tremendous at Reignited. So congrats to him.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But yes, a big welcome back to once again to XCOM, and congratulations as well, on the birth of your baby girl as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, final group. I'm not even going to. This is probably
Nakajima.
How do you pronounce this group? Nakajima. There we go.
Yeah.
Nakajima, the final group of Spyro Speedruns Cup qualifying round. So we have Money Maestro, Yogamonyo, Meteora Girl, Charm Sky, Skater
Girl.
Meteora Girl, you are a pro wrestler. Charm Sky, Skater 6543, and
Oh yeah, that's
Romance.
I fucked up. It's 6453.
6453.
I fucked that up in the graphic.
Something was wrong about
I'm a
that graphic.
disgrace. I'm a disgrace. Robbie, don't kill me, buddy.
Skater just leveled up.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is once again, I think, another fabulous group. I'm looking forward to seeing does Yoga finally beat Scorch for a start. Money Maestro is now our current champion. Like, congratulations to him on that fabulous victory over Toto.
Unreal.
Yeah. We have the fabulous Romand, who's good at Spyro now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna top the group. No
Yeah,
issue.
he's topping the group.
Yeah, exactly. He's
top
going
of the
to do 5 Spyro 1 races, and he's going to beat everyone.
Yep. Same race that he beat Allison, just the same race. Everyone has to agree. And it's just like, okay.
And you're going to have to say you have 473 gems.
What? Yeah.
Yes.
Great group. Very skilled people. And yeah, like that top 4 is going to be very hard to predict the order. If anyone can get the correct order, that'd be, I think that'd be very impressive. But personally, I'm going to go with, this is my order. I'm just going to put it on the record to see if I'm correct. I am going to go Muddy, Charm Sky, Yogamonyo, Skater, and then I'm going to have to, sorry Meteorigo, I'm going to have to go with Fromond and then Meteorigo. I think Fromond is going to upset Meteorigo. That's my prediction there.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Meteorigo. But Death Triangle, it's no boys allowed. Wait. No girls allowed. No girls allowed in Death Triangle.
Flower triangle drill.
I'm not trying to
Send for the man.
Oh man.
Don't make me
That was
corpse,
brilliant.
CrystalFissure.
That was
Corpse.
brilliant.
Crystal
That was
corpse,
fantastic. Whoa. Whoa. The shot has been fired. Meteora Girl.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jess. I love you, Jess, but yeah.
The fuck
We
is
love Jess, but
I mean,
who the fuck is that?
that's the thing. Meteorigo has like 3 names. There's a difference between like Crosstown Express and Brandon Black, but there's like no difference between Meteorigo, Jess, and Izzy. Like they're all like the same person. So it's funny like to hear someone have that many names. But yeah.
But yeah, Danto, how do you think this group will go?
It's tough to predict an exact order, like Fisher said, but I can definitely see Muddy being among the top in the group, considering he was skilled enough to become the champion.
That's
He's
right.
probably skilled enough to top the group. But as for the rest, in no particular order, I will have to say Skater, Charm Sky, and Yogamonyo will make it into the top 4 most likely.
Yeah.
Unless Fraser can prove that he's good at Spyro now.
Yeah, I think he can.
I think there could be a few shocks here. And what you think, Brandon? Will there be any shocks, or do you think the top 4 is a safe bet?
I don't care. I'm not watching. I'm not in the races.
This fucker.
Fucking
So, yeah.
fuck him.
But yeah, I think the safe bet is probably I think the safe bets are like Money Maestro and Charm Sky. And I think Skater is like Laura. I'm really looking forward to seeing him because I think he may have got that balance finally between Spyro 1 and the other games.
Yeah.
And like, even though he didn't get to top 4 last time, he definitely showed some like good promise for future tournaments. So yeah, I'm gonna back my boy Skater to get in a top spot, and I gotta go for my Group A boy Yoga. Just it'll be close though, but I think he's gonna beat Scorch and beat his way into the top 4.
That's right.
I mean, he is beating Scorch.
Yeah.
I will pay someone to do a race with Yoga Bunyo where you have to beat Scorch, and then finish up the race by saying I'm beating Scorch.
Yes, legal requirement.
Yes. It's also a legal requirement for Danta to have Lord Pikachu in every single race of his.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, just Lord Pikachu just hates my guts this moment in time, you know?
You
know right.
you can't see your flashback.
I know we can't see my flashback.
So yeah, there's all the groups. Now there's a few things we wanted just to go over as well just during this cast too, and that is the use of emulators. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, use them.
Yeah, but please, like, the recommended emulator we recommend people to get is 1.95, and 2.0, because
Of
these
what?
emulators have of EPSXC, because
There
these
we
have been
go.
these emulators have been shown to be the most accurate to the games, and
Yes.
we don't really kind of buy into the whole thing of, oh, my loading time was screwed me over. Like, you know, we want basically people, like, you know, we don't want people losing a crucial game because of loading time. So please, like, you know, get if you can those recommended emulators.
Yes, it's 1.9, 1.925, and 2.0. They are the recommended ones. They're the fastest ones that aren't overly fast. That basically they're not like glitchy or anything like that, or like you know, like overclocked basically, which 2.05 can be overclocked to be faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's right.
I also
use
it's
one
in
that
fact as well.
works. Just use one that works. That doesn't slow down. Learn a fucking kid.
I have to say, when I was playing Spyro 1 the other day, actually on my 2.0 one, I actually noticed a difference straight away between that and the 2.5 one.
That's right.
So that's the thing. You need to. So basically, please, like, you know, last thing, as we don't want people losing because of loading time as well. And yeah, just a day reminder, yes. So the maximum amount of time for matches is 35 minutes.
Yep.
Don't make it overly long. Please remember also to stick within certain home words. And unlike last tournament, I don't think Fissure maybe can comment this, but like, I don't think we're fussed if you start the game from like a different point. If you want to start from the beginning of the game, work away. You know, I don't think it's a huge thing like last time.
Yeah, you know, it's up to you. It's what you want to do, but considering there are homeward restrictions, you know, if you're doing you're doing a no cheat and you want to get to Beast Makers, then, you know, you're gonna have to start in Peacekeepers. So it's up to you what you guys do. But you've got to be in the restrictions, and as Angus put it in the rules general information video, it's about, you know, this is more of a sprint. It's more of a shorter races thing, you know, whereas ISGP, like the ISGP mainline, like 1, 2, etc., they're more like marathons with these big long races. You know, you've got these, you know, 8-9 weeks of the first round. Because this is like less, we kind of want it to feel a little bit different from the Spyro Speedruns Cup. So, you know, if we do see a bunch of 15-minute matches, to me that's fantastic. I think that's great. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Marathon, not a sprint.
So yeah, marathon, not a sprint is what I would call ISGP, and I would call Spyro Speedruns Cup a sprint, not a marathon. So kind of like the other way around, basically.
Yeah.
Sprint. I've got shit cardio.
Yeah. Oh, same actually, but yeah.
Oh, we just do a bunch of rest spots.
Yeah, rest holds, just run. You know, no being afraid. You know, don't be afraid of the charge button.
Don't be afraid of having a matches board.
Don't be afraid of the square button.
I'm terrified of that button.
Yeah. All right.
What is this? What is this pink thing on the other side? What? What is this thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, I'll make sure also you use the X button and the circle button too. They're quite handy, you know. You know, you can flame a few creatures or two.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, do you want
That is it for
to
the-
run down all the rest of the game mechanics of Spyro, or should we just assume that people know?
I think they know.
So
Oh,
if
yeah,
it's
I-
X button, you can jump.
Tune in next time for
So
a full
stay-
rundown on the game mechanics of Spyro.
Yeah,
1,
stay
2, and
tuned
3.
for the new series, Spyro Speedruns for Dummies.
Speed-
Episode
yes.
1, we will start with the jump button.
Just the jump button. We go into an in-depth
Yeah.
analysis. It goes
Go
over
up to
and
the
over.
ledge and perform a double jump.
So yeah, that is it for the first installment of the Spyro Speedruns cast. I want to thank all my guests, and just remember, everyone now have fun, and we shall see you for the second installment of this cast in a few weeks' time.
Yeah,
So thank you all my guests, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Go fuck
Goodbye.
yourselves.
Goodbye.